Well, I think really important. I mean, you want to finish your season strong first and foremost, but you also want to be playing good basketball at the right time. So you got to keep getting better. You got to keep winning games. It'd be great to have a home game. We're in a pretty good position right now. But the problem is our league is really, really good. In my 5 years, it's by far the best it's been. I think we have 7 teams right now that all have a winning record. I can't imagine there's been too many years like that where you see 7 teams with a winning record and then some other teams that are really, really dangerous. So I think from top to bottom, our league is better. I think nationally, when you start ranking the leagues, our league did not have a great non-conference. Doesn't necessarily mean our league's not really good right now. I think a lot of the teams got healthy. I think a lot of the teams got better. So we want to finish this thing out really strong. 2 this week at home, really important games, and then 2 on the road against 2 teams that are ahead of us right now. So a lot of basketball to be played. We want nothing more than that top 4 seed. It secures the bye. It's one less chance you have to lose, right? It's a single elimination tournament. So to get a bye is going to be big.
Jerrod, have you played out any scenarios? I know you worry about the games, but have you looked at scenarios, winning 4, here's where we are, doing 3 and 1? Have you looked at any of them?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying to you if I'd tell you I haven't. But if you start spending more time on scenarios and hoping for other things to happen, Dana, you really lose track of what you're really trying to accomplish, and that is to worry about your team. So, of course, you're always going to look at the standings. You're always going to look at what other teams got left as far as their schedule, but none of that matters if you don't take care of business. So we're playing a team that, has 3 dynamic guards. These kids can really, really play. They're as good as anybody in the league. They've beaten really good teams. We were a one-possession game with them up there, Dana, so that game went to the wire like most Horizon League games. So we've got to be ready to play. This team's going to come in here. They got new life. They're back in the tournament. I think that plays a big part of it too. But Luke's done a great job of getting those guys rallied when they thought they weren't in the tournament. So this is a dangerous team that I think is, they just beat Cleveland State, one of the, team that's in the top of the league. So they can beat anybody, and they're really good.
With 4 games left and looking ahead, I mean, the top seed is always, at least last year, I think the last couple of years, the top seed in the tournament hasn't made it. So is this tournament as wide open as maybe since you've been here?
I think so, and I think it's as wide open because I think of the consistency of all the teams. There's so many good teams in our league this year that can beat anybody. We've been really good on the road. So you sit here and, man, you want to get that home game, but the reality is, we've been a very good away team. We've played really good basketball away from the Beagley Center, which is hard to do in itself. But you always want to sleep in your own bed. You always want that home court advantage. So we want to keep striving for that. But, yeah, to answer your question, I think it's as wide open tournament as we've had in my 5 years. You guys know the league. You've been around it longer than me. I got about 9 years of this league, and every year it seems like something crazy happens. But that's what makes it special. I think both teams here at YSU have done a masterful job. Obviously, our women's teams get a chance to win the league. Just an incredible journey watching those girls, being around them. We're in the same building, rooting them on. And then our guys have done a great job. We've really persevered through a lot of things. And we want to finish strong, Dana. That's the message with this group. There's still a lot of things right in front of us that can be accomplished that haven't been done here in a long, long time. So we want to make sure we put our best effort in trying to do those things, stay together, play really good defense, continue to get better on offense, and just play good basketball. I thought last week we really had a great week. It's a shame we didn't finish it off on Sunday. All the credits to Robert Morris. It's another team that's gotten better. They're 4-3 in their last 7, so they're playing good basketball. But all in all, we had a pretty good week. And now what's this week going to look like for us? We got to go earn that. And that's what makes your job as a coach hard. It's what makes playing hard, but it makes it fun. When you're in a real competitive league, you got to be ready to go every day. You can't have bad days.
What's the response been since Sunday?
We haven't done anything. I mean, honestly, you played Sunday. We took off Monday. We shot some balls yesterday. We did 30 minutes of skill work, and we watched film. It's too many games. You play 3 games in 5 days. Last thing we want to do is a whole bunch of bone-on-bone contact. I'm not going to do that. That's not my style, so less is better. We'll practice today for about an hour and 10 minutes, and that's it. Yeah, Shamar looked good yesterday in his workout. Each group we did point guards, wings, bigs. They did about 40 minutes on the court. He had no issues, no aggravation. So he's back. He'll be ready to play.
Jerrod, you touched on it. UIC's back in the tournament. Obviously, bad timing for this program because they're coming into town. Hey, you said that will re-energize them, and maybe just your thoughts on them getting back into the tournament.
It was a wild. As you start reading all the press releases and all that sort of thing, one of the things Dane and I try to do as a coach, and I guess this is from the guys I've learned under, or guys I've played, just don't get wrapped up in that stuff. It was kind of strange to see a team out of the tournament, that back in the tournament. What I think, what I say really doesn't matter. It's really. Obviously, the presidents are the ones that controlled this, and the league. They're the ones that made that decision. I don't think even on an athletic director level, those guys had any say. So, we got great leadership, whether it's in the conference, whether it's our presidents inside the league. They made their decision, and of course, it affects the other 11 teams because last week. It was the top 4 or top 5 are going to get a bye. So now it's top 4 are going to get a bye. So it is what it is, and you just you can't get wrapped up in all that stuff. Reading about this and that, and but I think everybody was following it because it is news inside your league. I'm a big proponent of the players, so I know if that was my team, I'd be pretty happy to be back in the tournament. It's got to be an emotional roller coaster, I'm sure on their team it's got to be a little weird. Last week you're out of the tournament, so they only had 5 games left, and now they've got this regular season, and now they're kind of like everybody else. I would think it would. I think it's just a natural thing. Kids are competitors. Coaches are competitors. They want to play in tournaments. They want to, play for something. At our level, that's really what it comes down to. You have this whole regular season where you want to make sure you have a good regular season to put yourself in a good position for a good seed or be playing good basketball. But there's also a lot to be said about the regular season. This group of ours, I'm really proud of so far. And we got a chance, to do some things that haven't been done here with a major injury. To be honest with you, that's hard to do when you lose a guy that you were relying on. I think it shows you our togetherness. I think it shows you the development of this team. There's nothing more than I want for them to go out on top and start checking some boxes of things that haven't been done. We're going to play in a postseason tournament. Finally, this group has earned the right the last 2 years. We're going to play in a postseason tournament, but our guys want more. They want the NCAA. But you only get to the CIT or the CBI by having a winning record. So we have to celebrate that. We have to take great pride in that because it's not easy to do.